What's going on, everybody? This is Boyd, your senior Salesforce developer, with another Apex tutorial for you. And today we're going to go over the developer console and a couple of variable types and collections also. And so once you get logged into your developer edition org, you'll arrive at a screen that looks like this. And then what you'll want to do is click on this gear icon and select developer console. That'll pop open a new window for you. I'll maximize it here. And then once you have this window launched, you want to either click debug, open execute anonymous window, or you can just select or click Control E on your keyboard and that'll open this window here. And this is where we'll do our coding from today. And so for the exercises that we have today, the brief exercises, I've copied and pasted them here for you to see. And we're just going to go through each one of them one by one, and I'll do a little bit of explaining along the way. So number one, use the system.debug. Use system.debug to print a string to the debug log that says I love beans. And so system.debug, open close parentheses, and inside there's single quotes, I love beans, exclamation marks. And once I type that out and click execute, the log will print out here. I'll double click it to open it and load it. Gives us a bunch of stuff that we can maybe benefit from in the future, but right now we're just going to click this debug only radio button, and it shows that I printed I love beans to the debug log. So I'll close that out, Control E to open this window again. Step number 2A, exercise 2A, what we're going to do is instantiate a map called numbers that has type integer as its keys and type string as its values. And so to do that, we'll go map integer string, numbers is the variable name, equals new map, make sure I spelled that wrong, integer string, open close paren, semicolon. So we've instantiated a map called numbers that maps integers to strings. Okay, so for 2B, what we're going to do is use a for loop to iterate 100 times through this numbers map and map the integer of 0 through 99 to the string value of 0 through 99. And so that'll be a for loop that iterates 100 times. So we'll have integer I equals 0, semicolon, I less than 100, because when we get to 100, we stop and we start at 0. So 0 to 99 is 100. And then I plus plus to increment I by 1. And what we're going to do here is for numbers, we're going to put in that map, semicolon there, we're going to put the integer in an integer spot, and then we're going to map that to the string dot value of that integer. So we're going to go through this map, or there's nothing in the map, but we're going to go through this for loop 100 times and map 1 to the string value of 1, map 2 to the string value of 2, map 3 to the string value of 3, and so forth. And then once this is completed, we want to move on to step 2C, which is use an if statement to check if the map contains integer 35 as a key. If integer 35 is in that map as a key, print the string value of integer 35 is what this says to do. So we're going to have an if condition, if I can spell that right, if numbers map dot contains key number integer 35, then what we want to do is system.debug. We want to print that out to the debug log. So we'll have something like the answer is numbers that get whatever is that key 35. So this is going to say in this numbers map, after we've gone through, iterate through this for loop 100 times and mapped 1 to string value 1, 2 to string value 2, 35 to string value of 35. If this map contains integer number 35 in the key space, then print whatever is mapped to 35, which should be the string value of 35. So if I click execute here, let's see if I have any errors. No errors. I get the log down here, double click it. Once that loads, I click here, and it says the answer is the string value of 35. So we're doing pretty good here. Let me go ahead and close that back window there and move on to the next exercise. So 3A says create a list of type of count. And I call it ACCTS as the variable name, equal new list of type of count, open close paren, semicolon. So now we've instantiated a list of type of count. And what we're going to do in 3B is create a loop that adds 20 new accounts to this list, each one having a unique name. So I'm going to use our standard for loop. Let's bump that down there. Integer I equals 0, semicolon, I less than 20, semicolon, I plus plus. We're going to add 20 new accounts. Account ACCT equal new account, open close paren, semicolon. Boom, boom. So that's how you create a new account. And inside that account, we want to give it a name, which equals account name I. And then once we create those new accounts, we want to add those new accounts to the accounts list. So let's look at what we've done here real quick. We instantiated a list of accounts that's just creating it in memory, creating a space for it in memory of type account. And then we're going to iterate over this for loop 20 times. And each time we iterate through this for loop, we want to create an account and give the account a name. So this will be account name 0, account name 1, account name 2, account name 3, all the way up to account name 19. We don't get to 20 because when I equals 20, we exit this for loop. Okay, and so as we're going through this 20 times, we're going to create an account, add that account to this list, create account name 1, add it to this list, account name 2, add it to this list, and so forth, all the way until we get up to account name 19. And then for step 3C, we're going to use a for loop to print the name of each account in your account list to the debug log. So that looks a little something like this. The type of list that we're going to iterate over is account. The variable that we're going to use to represent each account in the list is ACC. And this is the list we're iterating over. So we have a list of accounts. For each account in that list, we're going to represent it in this variable. So account 0 in this list, account with the account name 0, when that's here, this represents account with account name 0. The next one, account name 1, this represents account name 1. The next one, account name 2, this now represents account name 2. And so for each account and account list, what do we want to do? We want to system.debug, open close paren, and say this account name is this account name. Let me go back here and put my first single quote. This account name is, for account name 0, print the name. For account name 1, print the name. Account 2, print the name. So if I go here now and click execute, if there are no errors, I'll get the log down here, double click it to open it, go to the debug log button, radio button, click it, and you can see for each account it's printing out the name starting with 0 all the way to 19. Got it? Okay, so let's bring this thing on home here. We're gonna create a set collection of type date, and we're going to call it my dates equal new set of type date, open close paren, close that out. Oh boy, struggling here. All right, so we instantiated a set of type date and we named it my date. We named the variable my date. The next thing we want to do is create a for loop that adds the next 100 days to this set, starting with today's date. And so to do that, we're going to use your standard for loop again. Bump that down, go inside of here, integer, I equals 0, I less than 100, semicolon, I plus plus to increment by 1. And then what we're going to do here is go set of dates dot add, and inside of there we want to add date dot today, open close parentheses, dot add days. And how many days we want to add? We want to add each iteration through this loop from 0 to 99. That's adding the next 100 days to this set of type date. Okay? And so now that we've added today and the next 100 days to this set of my days, we want to create a variable, a date variable called my birthday. And we want that variable of type date to contain the date of your next birthday. I'll use mine since I'm typing this out. And I'll go date, my birthday is the name of it. Name of this date variable equal date dot parse. And inside of there, we got a string, and we'll go 10, 26, 20, 21 is my next birthday. So we created a date variable that contains my birthday this year. And now for delta 4D here, 4D, we want to write an if condition that tests to see if set of dates contains the value of my birthday. And to do that, we'll round this exercise out by using an if condition. We'll use if else condition. Where'd that go? Let's close that, else. Boom. So if set of dates that contains my birthday, this variable here. So if set of dates, the next 100 days contains my birthday, which is 10/26/21, then what I want to do is go system.debug yes. And if my birthday isn't within the next 100 days, then I want this to print no. Let's see what we have here. Any errors or set of dates 38, set of dates 38. My dates. Boom. So my dates. I used the wrong variable there. So that's there now. So that means that should be my dates also. So now let's click execute. 42 parsed. That's supposed to be an E. Lots of errors here. Let's execute. Success. Victory. We'll open that up. Let's see if my birthday is in within the next 100 days. The answer is no. Well, that's the end of this tutorial, guys. I hope this helps you a little bit. Just go back through the exercises that we just went through, practice them, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. You know how to get in contact with me. If you have any questions, I'm Is Boyd, your senior Salesforce developer, helping you learn Apex little by little. Talk to you in the next video in about a week or so. Thanks, bye.